What if I told you that the key to understanding Bitcoin's next move is not in the crypto charts, but instead in the S&P 500? Today I'll break down how the S&P 500 silently dictates the move of Bitcoin. But before I tell you why the S&P 500 dictates the crypto markets, make sure to give this video already a like, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos from my co-hosts Quinton and Kate. Now looking at the S&P 500, we are in a clear uptrend, which is defined by higher highs and higher lows. So the market is moving in a uptrend. And what also occurs in an uptrend are retracements or pullbacks. And this is the current state we are in. We are in a pullback state in the traditional financial markets. And this affects also the crypto markets. So it's just basic market movement. So make sure you don't panic. We are just in a pullback phase, which is naturally in financial markets. I will show you this later also on the Bitcoin chart, and you will see it clear that this chart, so the Bitcoin chart, is looking perfectly healthy and there's no need for you to sell your Bitcoin to institutions. But before we jump onto the Bitcoin charts, let's take a first look at different indicators you can use for price movements. We are looking here at the Bitcoin dominance at the top and the Ethereum against the Bitcoin chart. And we do see a clear pattern here. First thing is we see a clear trend line here on top. And we are in our pullback phase of this downward move from 2021. So we are entering a supply area, which means people are ready to sell their coins up here as supply is filled. This means the Bitcoin dominance drops. And when the Bitcoin dominance drops, there is totally a spike or a flow of money first into Ethereum, and then we see alts, memes, and the rest of those 500,000 coins we feature out there. And it's very clear for us to see every time we topped, we started to see money flowing into Ethereum because we see a top here, we start a move up here, we see a top here, we see a move up here. And now what we are expecting, as this is looking really promising here, because the Bitcoin dominance is entering a supply zone and is ready to react from our trend line, while Ethereum is sitting in a demand zone, which means people are ready to buy at this price. So those two indications are a sign that we might see Bitcoin slowly pushing back up and Ethereum and the rest of the coins will follow. So when the money is flowing into Ethereum, we will see this moving up. So Ethereum against Bitcoin, we will see a drop in the Bitcoin dominance. So this could be our spark to alt season. Because if you've never heard of it, I will explain you shortly how money flows in crypto. It's first Bitcoin, then we see Ethereum, then we see alts, and then we see the rest. So this was our first indication on what could happen next. Let's just sum it up. Bitcoin market dominance is sitting at a supply area, touching a trend line, preparing for a move down which would spark alt season. And at the same time, Ethereum is sitting in a demand zone which could lead prices to go higher in the future. If we now take a look at the total crypto market cap with Bitcoin and Ethereum excluded, we did see in around December 24 a new high which was formed up here. And this chart here is also really a clear indicator that we are currently in a retracement phase. Because what's happened here, we have seen a strong push from November until December to create this new all-time high in total market cap. And from here on, we are in our retracement zone, which you can see here, price is retracing and forming some sort of a flag. But what is more interesting for me is that we are currently approaching this area of interest here. So let me just draw my mark around here where price has recently reacted. So we have bounced here, 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 here. So this is a significant area. And if my experience sees it right, this should also be somewhere around the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement. So we have a lot of bullish signs here that we are currently just in our pullback phase, and we start to move back up once we see price react here. And looking at this currently, we do see a nice bullish hammer candle forming. So I would prepare for the next month that we see higher prices. So you need to add more confluence to your trades or to your investing. That will take off your panic, because yes, we have seen a almost little alt season in December, but from a trading point of view, it was almost important that we see this pullback now, because if we now take a look at the Bitcoin chart, in the Bitcoin chart we are following a nice and clear uptrend, which is marked by higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and we have made our new higher high at around 20th of January. And what phase are we currently in now? Yes, the pullback phase, the same as the S&P 500. So we could either see now a bounce of the previous resistance, and who would have thought this is also the 0.61 retracement of the Fibonacci. Price is likely to react to between the 0.5 and the 0.61, which we are already seeing here, but for me this here is not the bottom, so 76k. I'm expecting price to push a little bit higher, and then we come back down here, and this is a perfectly healthy chart, because this would not just, let me remove all my drawings so we can see it clearer here. This would not only just fill this gap that we had left here, but it would also go along, react to our trend line. So this could set us up to go higher and see new all-time highs sooner or later in 2025. So I really want to point out here that when in doubt, zoom out. This is really important in crypto, that you take a step back, go to a higher time frame and reassess the chart. Because people are panicking and getting liquidated because they think a market only pushes up and never think of retracements. So this, after I've seen this push, it was clear to me that we will see a retracement into these areas to have a fair price generation. This is also the reason why our Telegram group entered so many shorts lately. So make sure to check out the link in the description on how you can join. But back looking at Bitcoin, for me it's really important that the 73k level holds, because going down further would mean that this was just a fake out of this little accumulation, and we could see price come back here and re-accumulate and then push up. My first scenario is that we see a pullback to the 0.16 retracement, create new all-time high, and then enter some sort of consolidation here, where money will flow into Ethereum and then back into the alts. To wrap it up, let's have a look at Ethereum, and then I will tell you my tips on how you can spot better entries and not sell because of fear. So for Ethereum, it's really simple. We are just in a big range. So let's look at the range. You see, we are just ranging between, let's say, $1,800 and $4,000. And we have just been moving sidewards with higher swings, lower swings, but this is overall just a multi-year accumulation phase, which means if we break, let's say, the level up here, because I would still put this into consideration, even though we had a little fake out of this range, if we break up here, we break this level, and then we pull back here, we are set to go way higher with Ethereum. But to go higher here, it's really important to not break our range, and we now see a support at the $1,800 level. From here on, we would see a more of a accumulation phase, so something like this, while Bitcoin creates a new all-time high, and then we could see the spark up to new all-time highs. And as I have promised to you, I will now give you 3 tips on how you can spot better entries. First thing is, when you are in fear, make sure to zoom out, not jump the gun when you see a quick move up or a quick move down. So go to a higher time frame, reassess what you were thinking, like we did with Bitcoin, to make sure everything is alright and you're not falling for the trap of selling too high when you could just hold for a little bit more and be patient to see higher prices. Second thing is to be more precise. Wait for pullbacks to occur. As we have seen, the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement is a really important level in pullbacks, so try to enter at around these areas. Third and last thing I would do if I had to start over, and the tip I would give somebody, is to always journal your process. So make sure to write down why you were entering a trade, put an image of the screen, so of the chart, so you see what you were looking at the exact moment you enter a trade, and from here on you can work out your mistakes. These are the 3 things I can give to you so you can spot better entries and become a better trader for yourself. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. See you.